Across America, high school football was put in a state of limbo for the 2020 season. Weird practice schedules and unsure scheduling of games made it tough to keep motivated for the 2020 season, and no one knows this better than Benedictine High School senior Luke Beltavski.
It was really different, over the summer, not really knowing if we're actually going to play, which was really hard, staying motivated to practice and work out, which during the summer, it's hard to work out in itself because it's real hot and stuff, but not even knowing if you're going to get to play was the worst part. And then actually playing, with less fans, it was a different atmosphere and different preparation. You never know who's going to actually be playing because you don't know who's going to be out with COVID. It was really different because it was just a whole different atmosphere, a whole different game because schedules were being switched around. Our week one game switched from Shaker to Strongsville to can't remember who we ended up playing. Warren Harding. Within a week, three different teams switched. So yeah, just kind of trying to schedule and be ready for everyone before the week was just different. You take like a whole week and schedule, like plan for a team and do different certain plays to their defense and stuff. So like you have to like schedule it and look towards what their defense is doing, what their offense is doing. So you'd have to like schedule it, but then we find out a new team was coming, and then the whole thing would change. You have to have a whole new defense, a whole new offensive setting. But then like a couple days beforehand, then you'd switch it again. And so you still would never know who you're going to play. So you kind of just had to stick with your base defense and offense and just kind of go into the game not knowing what's going on really.
Luke and many other seniors across the country were not able to get the amount of scouting and the amount of offers that they normally would have.
It was really different. We weren't able to go to any camps or anything because everything was pretty much shut down. You were not able to a lot of coaches obviously weren't allowed to come to the school because of COVID restrictions. The dead period was pushed back. So maybe a lot of kids who could have gotten bigger offers weren't able to get bigger offers. People weren't able to go out and get showcases and see what they were able to do. And like coaches weren't able to come to games. You couldn't go to other people's games, stuff like that. It was just different. You weren't able to get a lot more exposure as you usually are able to.
Right. So do you definitely think that affected recruiting
Yeah,
this
I
year?
think it definitely negatively affected recruiting this year because people were not able to get all their talent and have everyone see what they were able to do because they weren't able to go out and showcase it. People would get comfortable, they'd be planning for one team, but then that would change and you'd be like, oh man, our whole schedule, our whole game plan's gone. So I think the main thing is just to plan for everything and to be ready for every situation because if you plan for one thing and it goes a different way, then you're screwed. So
From my dorm room, this has been Nicholas Petrisky.